Hey there! So today we have Darwin's Rants, and this is not really, like what the title means. Like, hey, what are the actual best bars and restaurants in New York City? Like, I don't know. Thankfully, yeah, I'll have I have a pretty good opinion, obviously, of my own personal opinion and a lot of experience. But this is really like more of like what I would do if I was in New York, because I get this comes from a comment from a viewer. I'm going to New York. What are the best restaurants and bars, bro? Like. There's too much. There's too much. You can literally live in New York City for your entire lifetime and not explore it and not get every nook and cranny out of it, bro. Like you're screwed. This comes from someone who has a decision paralysis, where literally like I literally like if you just literally give me the 5-10 mile radius of where I live in outside of Orlando or ish, where I'm in Orlando ish. I will still spend, I literally just did it the other day, an hour trying to figure out where to get lunch. Because I don't know. Because I can't, that one sounds good. This one sounds good. Am I going to regret this decision? I literally will get hungry and lose my appetite because I can't decide. And God forbid you give me New York City. It is so hard because it is all decision paralysis. There's so much to do. Oh, well, that restaurant's new. Well, this one's cool. Well, that one has good ratings. Well, that article just came out on that one. It's too much fucking information. It's too many decisions to make. And it's hard. I will say, well, who are you coming from a person of authority? Granted, I moved out of New York like 7 years ago, but I am a fantastic New Yorker. All my friends are born and raised New Yorkers, I think. Yeah. And way better New Yorkers than them. Forget about it. Like, I'd ask friends, hey, have you been here? And like, this is after I came to Florida. They're like, oh, well, like, you know, I know that's amazing, but I just haven't been there for like a year. And I'm like, I would have went there like weeks after it opened. Like, it's just literally like in my 20s, I would just spend time in New York City. Well, obviously I went to school in New York City. I went to school at NYU. Yeah, there you go. That's that meme. If you guys don't know, one of the great. Who are you? Who are you? I'm an NYU graduate, sucker. I'm an NYU graduate, actually. But who are you? Well, I have a lot of experience in New York City. In the sense that I went to school, went to NYU and CUNY Law in the city. And then also when I started working, I had days off. Like, I think my days were like Monday and Wednesday. What do you do on Monday and Wednesday? You know, everybody's got a girlfriend now. They're all wifed up now. Like, I was single. Like, what do you do with your time? Well, I would take myself on a date. I would go to the Met. I go to Elmhurst. I go to Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Museum. I go to Williamsburg. You know, I'd go to the West Village, and I just literally take my single ass out on a date, enjoy some food, maybe go to a bar, you know, and just like go to a museum, right? Like go to the galleries in Chelsea, right? Just do shit, just do something. I wouldn't just sit at home. Like, fuck it. If nobody wants to hang out, I will hang out and I will do things. And so that's how I got a lot of experience out of New York City, especially living there for 30 years, right? So when you ask me what are the best or your favorite, I think the question was actually favorite. The best is a crazy question. What are my favorites? So I will literally just basically give you my list of things. So I will say, despite having been here 7 years, I've been to New York City like 7 or 8 times since I moved, and each time without the kids, because you know it's a whole do. You take this, that. I would just go by myself, and then so when I'm in New York City, I do my own thing, right? And if I can make my own itinerary, this is what I did, and this is what I would do. So first off, to preface, you gotta just consider all this kind of stuff to do to be a little bit like time consuming. You know, I know people come to you and say, oh, I gotta go to freaking the Statue of Liberty. I gotta go to freaking One World Trade. Dude, ideally, honestly, I would split my trip up. If you want to do some day shit, go do your day shit. Like, you know, like literally plan your trip around going to museums, tour sites, boom. Then do another trip just for nightlife and food. Because that's really the right way to do it. Like, you're not going to be able to squeeze everything in. I'm sorry to say. Especially, yeah. So I've literally met people that have done that. It's like, yeah, we just went on for his birthday. Like, I was at bartending. I was like, oh, I went to my birthday. We literally just ate, went out to the bars. The bars close at 4 a.m., by the way. So you can have a lot of fun. And then just wake up, have some food, and do it all over again, right? Like, you know, I'm old enough to a point where, like, I don't think you can stretch those two things out too hard. So you're going to gain a lot of weight and spend a little bit of money, but, bro, it's one of the best, in my opinion, the best place in the world to do it. So, all right. So what are we going to do? Yeah, I'm just gonna give you my. Let's do food first. Okay. So let's put you. So the big one is that you're gonna have to choose an area. For me, the more important thing is to really choose like. First off, I recommend going with somebody. At least somebody, or right, like when you go by yourself, your stomach can only fit so much. So you go to a restaurant, like, hey, can be a quarter portion of that? Like, you're fucked. So it'd be ideal if you had like a girlfriend or wife or a friend, bro. If you can go with a gang of guys or whatever, that'd be great, because then you could try a bunch of different food. That'd be super fun, just like food hop, right? Yeah, let's put you somewhere around lower. The Village, somewhere around the Village. So, Hamburger America, George Mote's famous, the most famous hamburger historian, has a restaurant, has a burger restaurant. It literally pulls from the history of all of American hamburger, which is, there's not much. America is a place of diaspora, of influences from different cultures. Hamburger is truly American. It came from somewhere else, but like the hamburger is an American, right? Like the regionality of it, what that place in frickin' Louisville or bumblefuck nowhere, Missouri does it, or whatever. The one in North Dakota, they do it that way. Like it's part of America. It's part of the thread of American culture. And he gathers that information and tries to pull that into his restaurant. So really cool. Then if you're gonna be around there, you gotta get some pizza, right? So you're around Greenwich, you gotta go to the Industry, Mama's 2, John's of Bleecker. Right. Yeah, boom. You got it. Then you go more south, bro. You got to go to Katz's. It's now been. It honestly, for the longest time, was a quote unquote expensive sandwich, but was so underrated for how good it was. Now it's actually like probably properly priced, which is pretty expensive. But you also have to think about it as a 2-meal sandwich. One of the greatest sandwiches, I think, yeah, some people would consider one of the greatest sandwiches in the world. Pastrami on rye, mustard. That's it. Get it. If you want to get a bonus, you got to get one of the hot dogs. And then right around the corner, super underrated. Nobody knows about it. How people don't mention it is ridiculous. They always mention Russ and Daughters. You can get a better bagel somewhere else. You got to go to Yonah Schimmel. Yonah Schimmel has been there for over 100 years. You get these knish. You got to be Jewish to love it. It's how do I describe it? It's a potato pastry. Potato pastries, carbs on carbs, double carbs. Come on. Cheap still, and then while you're down there, you got to get a bagel. Where you get a bagel, I don't care. Tompkin Square Bagels, go look it up. You can get a really good bagel. You'll find a list of where to get a really good bagel. Again, it's more important to find more good to great bites than really like take the subway everywhere and go like, oh, I gotta get that one. I gotta get that. You're gonna burn your whole time on the subway. Stay in an area and get some really good food. Boom, you're gonna be in the area, Greenwich Village. Go to Faicco's. A proper Italian sandwich. Oh my god, so good. That was one of my. I think that on one of my trips, on one of my first bites in New York City, I was like, golly, I think I got chicken cutlet with the I think it was fresh motes with the bread. Oh my god. Oh yeah. You go to Parisi Bakery in Little Italy area. You got to do that. So good, so good. Refresh if you want to go. Again, this is all below Midtown, so you're somewhere in the chunk of the city that I love. Anything below like 34th, pretty much. You go to Chelsea Market, so boom, you can hit the galleries. So love art, you gotta hit the galleries. Then you go to Chelsea Market, you get very fresh noodles. So like hand pulled pop, which Xi'an Foods made famous, or get just Xi'an. You gotta get Xi'an. And you got to go to Los Tacos Numero Uno. Yeah, if you're from LA or Texas or whatever, like a real taco place or whatever, you don't have to. But in the Northeast, at least in New York City, it's hard to argue to get a better taco in all of New York City and arguably pretty much the entire Northeast. It is authentic. They're freaking al pastor, like, oh my god, it's so legit, always fresh, high volume, so good. And tortillas made to order, like, god damn. And so you'll notice, like, almost all of this is pretty cheap food. I've always found, I mean, despite having been to a good amount of fine dining restaurants and appreciating the atmosphere and working in it too, I I find more mileage and enjoyment in just cheaper meals. It's faster, it's easier, less like hoof and puff and reservations, and dressing up and blah blah. It just I want it quick and easy. And the volume of it, yeah. That's a good amount of food. I tell you, it's right there. That's a good amount of my favorite bites that I've had in the last few visits I've been to New York City. Dude, if you want to do fine dining, good luck. The world's your oyster. Some of the great Michelin restaurants are in the city. You want to do sushi omakase? You got it. If there's anything specific that you cannot get in your city, New York City definitely has it. So, dude, I was in Hungary studying in Budapest. I was like, oh, you know what? I missed that. You can find that in New York City. Like if there's something specific that you're looking for, you could probably find it. Whether you find a great example is another issue. But like, yeah, post a comment below. Let me know if there's anything specific you're looking for. You can delve into more I can definitely delve into more recommendations. Okay, boom. Nightlife. If you guys don't know, well, first off, if you're a cocktail person, well, even if you're not a cocktail person, you just got to do it. I haven't done it yet. And I really need to, but the East Village and New York specifically New York specifically was part of the cocktail renaissance. Oh my God, Death and Company, PDT, Milk and Honey, like just killers rolls, like some of the greatest bars in the entire world, right? And then it got diversified. We're like, oh shit, other cities are creating some of the greatest bars in the world. Now the East Village and other parts of the city are back to prime state where like some of the best bars in the entire cocktail bars in the entire world are in New York City. You could literally walk East Village and go to Super Bueno, Schmuck, blah 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 blah. I don't know. I haven't even been to some of these places, but you're gonna spend a few dollars, but you can go nuts and you can really have a crazy amazing time. I still have to do that, but what I do know is some freaking dive bars. Sophie's. That's I think there's literally an episode with Anthony Bourdain. Shout out Sophie's. My friends and I favorite dive bar probably the whole time. We would go there literally like every weekend for like multiple years in my 20s. It was a great place. It still is a great place. Double Down Saloon is weird as fuck. They'll play like 70s, 80s porn, midget stuff, and things with hooks, like stuff that's hugely inappropriate, burlesque shows. It is a dirty, freaking delicious dive bar. Delicious in a sarcastic sense. And then the other thing you got to do is that New York City is so lucky, like, just whatever dates you're in New York City, just Google what live shows are playing and try to find a band, because one of your favorite bands might be playing. And that's the scary thing about New York City. Like, I didn't even like there's so many shows I could have been to, but I've been to a few shows. New York City has everything, and so go to a freaking show, especially like a real show where you actually have to pay tickets for. But if you can't find one, then guess what? You're going to Williamsburg, and you're going to Joe's Candy Shop and Skinny Dennis. Even on a Monday night, you will get live music for free. Had an amazing experience on Monday at Joe's Candy Shop. I think it was like literally the lady, like the artists were playing for like 10 people, and no cover. I obviously tip some money, and the Skinny Dennis will do it too. The dive bar, just bro, awesome live music, like, and you're not even paying for a full show, right? Like, and then even then, let's say you just choose a venue and just go. Like, that's what one of my best friends and I used to do. We literally just go to a venue that was playing shows on like a Tuesday night. Like, what's playing tonight? Like, is it good? And guess what? You have some drinks. If you don't like it, go have some drinks, hang out, go see the next act. And that's a fun night, you know? If you're going to be in that area, go to Lucky Dog too, another dive bar. Bro, you're in Williamsburg? Oh, bro. Oh, so many good freaking dive bars. Oh, I don't want to tell you. I'm a dive bar guy, if you guys don't know. So, I love a dive bar. So that's the scratch and surface. So many good dive bars out there. And then obviously there's a beer channel, so you want to hit the breweries. You got to hit, if you're going to do breweries, you got to do the it's basically like the Park Slope bar tour, brewery tour. You pretty much start in Gowanus. Well, it depends on where you want to start, but other half's a little bit further away, so you do other half in Gowanus, and then you hit Wild East, Finback, Threes, and Strong Rope, all in like a 2-block radius. It's insanity. That's the strongest density of breweries in New York City. Yeah, not even close. Just that chunk right there. Threes, Wild East, Finback, and Strong Rope too. Yeah. But then if you want to go, let's say, again, now you're traveling, right? So what if you're in Williamsburg? Okay, cool. Williamsburg, then you test, you go to Eckhart, you go to Grimm, you go to KCBC. Bang, bang, boom, boom. And you go to Nightglow. Boom. See? So that's a couple of suggestions. Again, this is like not even a good list. This is, no, sorry. It is a great fucking list. This is my list. This is what I would fucking do if I was in New York City. But the preface is try to separate your trip from the sense of like, whoa, I gotta see all these stupid things and then eat and drink all this stupid stuff, right? Like try to focus. Try to like, saturate your experience with like as much as you can. So if you're gonna do an eat and drink trip, eat and drink. The top things you gotta do is you gotta get a bagel and you gotta get a pizza. Where to get those? Not a big deal, dude. Google a list, go on Google reviews, right? Like wherever you're staying, blah, 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 and what neighborhood you're going to get a fucking fire bagel because guess what? You can't get you can get a mediocre bagel, but the ratings are probably not going to be good and they're probably not going to last. You're definitely not getting a bad bagel. Getting a bad bagel, you had to look for that piece of shit. Same with pizza. If you're paying $1.25 for a piece of shit pizza, that's on you, buddy. But go to a real slice joint, bro. I don't care what the fuck the name is. You're getting a good New York slice. Like that's a cool thing about New York City. Like the floor on some shit is pretty good. Not that you can't be ripped off by some shitty Italian meal because you just walked in some random shitty place. Like that's your fault. But yeah, when a place has a decent rating, like bro, it's legit. Like New York City is fucking cutthroat. The fact that you can survive as a business for 6 months, a year, 2 years is a fucking gem. So you better have a great atmosphere, great prices, great food. Like, between those, something is working that makes sense. And especially, yeah. And so you got to get a good bagel, good pizza. You definitely got to go to a dive bar. You got to listen to some great live music. Because again, like, a lot of talented people are in New York City, and they're going to play music for you for free or a reasonable price, or the great bands come to New York, right? Like, I'm in Orlando. Who the fuck wants to fly all the way to Orlando or drive to Orlando? A lot of the great bands just cut off at, like, the Mason-Dixie line or Atlanta. But, yeah. So, this is it. Pizza, bagels, sandwich. Get a fucking sandwich. I don't care if it's a bacon, egg, and cheese. You definitely got to get an Italian sandwich. Dive bars, go to a fucking cocktail bar. Go to a cocktail bar. I don't care how good your cocktail bar is in your city, but New York City has literally some of the greatest in the world. You can actually experience that without like paying an arm and leg for like a fine dining establishment, right? Like you go to 2 Michelin star restaurant, you're spending hundreds of dollars. At least get a cocktail or two at a really insane cocktail bar, and you're probably spending $50, right? You're like, right? Your dinner ideally was cheaper based on my recommendations, and you spend a few extra dollars on drinks. You get a world class drink, right? For for like let's say $20 versus like a world class meal in New York City is gonna cost you like $100 at least per person, right? So, there you go. Check it out. Cheers later.